Okay, moment of truth. Okay, cross your butts. Okay, power supply is on. Power to the mouse and the keyboard. Motherboard is off. I did not remove the plastic. I should do that first. Alright, so that was fine. Nice little warm up. Motherboard lights are turning on, and we will power it off. Oh, the day has finally come to peel. Okay, I've been waiting for this for a very long time. Let's do this little one first, since you probably can't see that. Let's see. Hell, I can't see it. What the fuck? There it goes. Look at that. Little piece of nothing. Then we got this. Team up one. Another kind of. Look at that. Still needs to wipe down. Look at these things. Now this is one of those products where you just know you've missed one. God, I hate that. Actually, I hate that. Okay. Peeling is done. Alright, so now we've got that peeled. We should be clear to at least test a boot up here. Pray that everything goes according to plan. So I think I'm going to close this. Now I predict it's possible that some fans are going to be tuned wrong, completely wrong. At the very least, the bare minimum is going to be a fan rattling somewhere because it's you know, just jacked up the RPMs or something like that. But I also predict it's possible we might have RGB issues. I also feel like there could be some boot problems. Alright, so let's do the power on test again. Well, power supply. Keyboard and mouse are getting power. The motherboard last time had some lights back here. Yep. So we have an ignition light, we have a Q flash plus button light, and we actually have lights on the Ethernet port, but you know, that could be the power coming from the cable that's hooked up to the router. So if that was the only lights I was getting, that wouldn't really reassure me at all, to be honest. Now the decision now, I think I want to try to boot into BIOS, and because ideally I want to see what BIOS is in there. If it's F3, I'm not going to update the BIOS. because that's the latest non-beta. I only want to update the BIOS or fuck with it if it's something other than F3. And obviously I don't want to, you know, reinstall the BIOS if it's F3 just to put F3 on it. So I'd rather boot up, see on the screen what the details are, etc. I'm actually really nervous. The AMD build over there with the EVGA motherboard, that one gave me some heart attacks. Well, not heart attacks, but like some panic attacks. There you go. What am I talking about? Heart attacks. That's the caffeine if I always had a heart attack. Alright. There we go. Okay, I heard bubbles. The screen looked weird at first. It says memory initializing. That is cool. Okay, so now it's doing a reboot. VGA initializing. Boot is okay. Alright, cool. CPU using less than 1 volt. Okay, I guess. Yep, that's working. The lights seem to be working actually. RGB is working. Oh, now we're getting 1.3 on the CPU. Okay, so for some reason, power LED, I'm gonna have to do something about that. I think that's a problem that I may have done something bad to the case itself. So I don't know if you look down. Actually, this camera's not even picking it up. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we're doing a boot loop. Monitor is not coming on. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait! Here we go. How the oh, no, it didn't. Yes, it did. Hold on. That's bad. Okay. So, damn. I was hoping that would not have happened. Alright, power this fucker off. Man, this CPU is like dropping down to like 1 volt. That is interesting. There we go. Let's go into the BIOS. And so the cool thing is I'm actually using the Thunderbolt port. So I'm going from Thunderbolt, which is like a USB-C port, to HDMI. And that's how we're getting this. That is how we're getting all of this right now. Okay. Alright. We're on F2. Yep. So we're definitely, immediately we're going to flash the BIOS. Q-flash. File. There's a gigabyte. F3. There it is. That one. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go from F2 to F3. I'm really disappointed that I didn't catch the Windows boot. Damn. Super disappointed that happened. We're using about 100 watts with no GPU, just CPU, motherboard, and I only have the computer plugged into this. Whoa, the fan's quieted down. Alright, that's pretty freaking cool. updating in progress. That is very neat. It's hard to see that over there, but that's a really cool light show. Let me turn this off so I can show that real quick. It's pretty cool. Now it's rebooting. I'm just going to get in here, make sure we go into the BIOS. Okay, so I guess it's, yeah, memory initializing. So are we training memory or whatever they call that? F3, yes. All right, cool. It's sorry for all that. Now you can see. Right now we're at 124 watts. We were higher than that, so I think a couple times. All right, so temperature is 30 inches for the CPU, but that's the lowest CPU temps I've ever had in BIOS, I think. I hope this thing's not lying, because damn. And it's saying the CPU is at 5.7. Memory is at 4800. I'm not going to mess with any of this stuff until we get the OS installed. Okay, right now I'm on BIOS version F3, and they have BIOS. They did have F4B, a beta BIOS, and now I noticed that they have F4D. So I don't know. This has a more finalized version. Maybe it has the APO stuff for the 14th gen CPUs. Now we gotta find the file. Oh, there it is. Alright, so F4D, you want this file. Then we should be able to let it check it. So it's verifying. And then, you know, you just kind of compare. This is the current stuff, which you could see, right? Yeah, you could see. You could see. And then down here you see the F4D. So we can go ahead and start. Yeah, and I do have it hooked up to a UPS. Is that showing up on the? Nah, it's not. But anyway, trust me, it's on a UPS. And my little buddy here is in the background, trying to figure out his own computer build. Nice little animation over here. Let's see if I can show that without too much shaky cam. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Camera in there. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool animations. Okay, easy does it. 97%. Now, I will say this: the BIOS on this Gigabyte board, like it, so far, the other update that I did, it really fucking makes sure, like, it like restarted a bunch of times. I don't know if it's the memory is slightly unstable or what the hell's going on, but it checks a hell of a lot of things. And then I also need to put, I got some screen stuff that I'm going to put on the top here to filter some of the dust. You see, that's twice. Let's check it again. I hope that's fucking just, you know, I hope it's just the RAM is a little wonky. I hope it's nothing else. It's like more buried. That is difficult for me to find. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. Yay, okay. So there we go. So we got F4D. Okay. And CPU temps are a little higher today than last time. Last time we were getting things down around 27, 26. Maybe it's just the house temperature. I don't know. Today, CPU is 30, 31. I mean, the voltage is higher today. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Before, the voltage was like less than a volt. Some fucking reason. Alright, so that looks good. So now, this is our Windows installation medium. Right here. Or media. Still, what does it say? SanDisk Ultra. Actually, whoa, it's a 256 gigabyte. What the hell? Alright, so that's a little overkill for Windows install, but whatever. Alright, so let me go ahead and find an empty USB port. Yeah, that'll be fine. There we go. Just put it on one of the easier ones to get access to. Save configured, yes. Okay. Alright, so I hope it automatically sees that Windows USB. Otherwise I have to restart and get into the boot menu. I'm just hoping it'll see it. No. Okay, we'll go into the boot menu. What was it? F11? F12? Come on. Where are you? 12. Alright, what we got here? I'm thinking it's the second one here.